Why do we request so many different things from people that we often don't do or give to ourselves? Welcome to Life Below TV. My name is Leilani Oliveira. I am a self-mastery and wellness coach for women. Today I want to talk about, this idea that we request so much from our partners, our relationships, our family, and most of the stuff that we're requesting we often don't even do for ourselves. I created a video on YouTube and I wanted to on Instagram, so I wanted to expand on it on YouTube. And in the video I asked, when was the last time you wrote a love letter to yourself? When was the last time you gave yourself a foot massage after a long day of work? When was the last time you just put music on and danced and romanced yourself? When was the last time you cooked yourself an incredible meal that took time and love and then sat down and enjoyed it? The answer that we will most of us will give is never. We have never done any of these things for ourselves, but we often want it from others, particularly our partners. A lot of us are requesting these things and we're not giving them to ourselves because we are so, used to used to a society that we use people for comfort. We use people to fill, holes in our bodies, and we're not often taught to be self-sufficient. I believe this is why most relationships and friendship don't work, because when you have someone with a lot of holes in their bodies, a lot of wounds, and they're requesting people to fill them, that could be exhausting for the other person, because we're all walking around with holes. So this video is about taking responsibility for your holes. Taking time out for yourself to do all these things. We're adults now. You can actually get in a car and take yourself out to eat. Maybe you couldn't do that as a young person, but now you can. You can write yourself a love letter. You can heal parts of yourself by doing these actions. The only reason why you're requiring it from your partner is because you have that wound that needs to be healed. So how about we take responsibility and action and do it ourselves? When I wrote myself a love letter, it was life-changing. I really had to think about what I loved about myself. I had to think about, all the things that I actually have done. And I took the time to just say thank you to myself. Thank you for everything that you've done, constantly waking up, constantly pushing, constantly getting through things, constantly keeping a positive mind, constantly getting out of bed. Specifically on days I felt like I couldn't. We need to learn how to honor ourselves and really understand what self-love is. Most of us think self-loves are masks, right? Putting masks on, doing our nails. Those are add-ons. Those are maintenance, is what I call them. Doing a mask and, putting deep conditioner in my hair and taking care of my body. Those are maintenances. Things that I'm doing to keep myself on the self-love journey. But real self-love is going internal first. There's more things going on internal than external. Internal is the actual, the reality of things, while the external is just the mirror for what's going on internal. External is a mirror of what's going on internal. So we have to go inward first. The mask will come second. The hair, the hair conditioning will come after. Today, I really want you to ponder and think about that. Like, when was the last time all those things that you're asking your current partner, if you have one now, or your previous partners, all the things that you're required of that person, are you doing it for yourself? Our energy is so important. If you constantly feel that you're not worthy, you are attracting partners that feel that they're not worthy. If every time you are, you aren't practicing self-love, you don't even know what that feels or looks like, you are attracting the being that doesn't know what that feels or looks like either. So then you're stuck in this limbo because you don't have what you don't do what you're asking from that person. You don't do it for yourself. That person doesn't do it for themselves, so they don't even know to do it for you. So then you become in this lingo of miscommunication. No, you don't do this for me, but you don't do this for me. We are all so different. When you get in a partnership with somebody, they should be adding on to what you already have. So for you to ask somebody to do so much things for you that you don't do for yourself is actually truly unfair. Make a list of all the things that you want your partner to do for you. And for me, it was a love letter. I was like, nobody writes me love letters. Men aren't romantic anymore. So I really did things that were romantic. I took some time to cook myself a nice meal. I took my time. I got the most beautiful plates that I could find in my kitchen. The most fanciest wine glass. I put some tea in it. I was really fancy myself. I lit a candle and I did all that for me. So it will never be a need or a hole or a requirement for my partner. I already do it for myself, which creates a less of a burden on my partner or my friends, and it allows them to do their work. So we complement each other and we're not always clashing and asking and requesting that we fill each other's needs and wants. Explore that. Self-love yourself by finding out what you have requiring from others, even family. What have you been requesting? Is it love? Is it time? Because what you're really requesting from them is what you're requesting from yourself. You need to do these things for you. Once you do, you start healing. And you will attract somebody that has already also done the work and has, done, this kind of self-love on them. So when you come together, not only do you understand each other, because it's easier because you've gone through the process, but you also know how to do it for each other because you've done it on yourself, and you don't have to request it, and there's no miscommunication. It just becomes an add-on. You're already full of love, right? You don't need it. You're not going to flip out if you don't have it. So when they add on the tiny bit, it just feels amazing. Like, wow, thank you. Think about that. Think about what you have been requesting from others and do it for yourself. All right? That is the thought that I was having. Thank you so much for tuning in, especially if you got to the end. I hope this sparked something inside of you. I hope it moved something or planted a seed for the future. I love you so much. Make sure if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you comment if you have any questions or anything that you want to share with the community, with the Life with Lo community. And most importantly, subscribe. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you're subscribing to my channel, so you can get all of these videos that I post, and you turn on the notifications so you know when I post, and we can stay connected that way. All right, that's all for me. Peace and love. I love you so much. Make sure that you take care of yourself, and most importantly, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for choosing to live a life with Lo. Mwah, mwah, mwah.